Another Thursday night Big Brother 26 episode, 2-hour episode has come and gone, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to take a comedic look, roast it, recap it. So grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something comfortable and smash that like, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to talk about Big Brother 26, episode 20, which is crazy. We're going to talk about the episode. We're going to talk about our thoughts and feelings about this. We're going to roast some folks up in the Big Brother house. We're going to have a good time. Remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean that you guys have to have the same opinion as me. We can agree to disagree in a somewhat respectful way.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Thank you, Christopher, and everyone joining live for a late night BB Breakdown with Jolene. Apologies, I was not able to go live earlier for live feed spoilers because I had to just give my dogs all the love today, okay? And our newest member, our newest rescue Teddy, I can't even get their names right anymore. I'm like one of those moms that's got all the kids like Stan, Dan, Fran, whatever your name is, get the hell over here. Dave Dog Millionaire. We're doing a lot of training, a lot of loving, a lot of like, let's try not to TT on the rugs, So that's what I was doing today. And I didn't even put makeup on. I did put lipstick on for you guys because I love you. I respect you that much. But as far as eye makeup, no, I didn't even draw on any eyebrows. That's what we're doing. Yes, that's how I am. Yes, having now same boat, Amy, with 4 fur babies, and producer Tilly, she has early stage kidney disease and she has lost some weight. We're trying to get weight back on her, so I'm just constantly like force feeding her, like, here, Tilly, here's some more. You want some more food? I bring it to her now. Okay, I think she's faking the kidney stuff just so she can get all the food. But everyone who's asking about Dave Dog, thank you. He's doing so good, you guys. But when you adopt a pup, rescue pups, they have to relearn. They're like carted around to all these places, and so you just have to have the patience, and they have patience for me, and I have patience for him, and then we're just learning. We're relearning everything. So it's pretty awesome. Thanks, Josie. That is so sweet of you to say. Producer Tilly's doing great. But we're just trying to, she's like 15 years old now, and we're trying to just get her chubby. I wish that was my problem. They just had to get me chubby. When you got a certain path, you got your day set normally when we had Tilly, Teddy, and Buffy, then you add another dog, all my dog people, and it changes the routine. And especially with Dave Dog being a puppy, we didn't even know he was a puppy until they were like, oh yeah, he's probably not even 1 yet. We're like, holy shit. So we're having fun, but I'm tired, you guys. Kenzie says your patience with your pup is like Tucker's patience with Angela. I am hugging Dave Dog a lot and telling him, hey, you don't have to TT on me. Okay. And he did today. He has a long tail, and it's a powerful tail. And he did knock over one of my little wax smelly plug-in things and knocked it onto his ear. He didn't get hurt. He didn't even feel a thing. I didn't even know he did it until we got in the car to go to the dog park before this live. And I was like, what is all over his ear? So he smells like pumpkin spice. Perfect. Yes. If you follow me on Instagram, I watched Big Brother in the Pacific time zone with all my dogs in bed. And Dave Dog turned away when Angela was twerking. Dave Dog was like, I have too much respect for women. I am not going to... I'm not gonna look. Yeah, Dave Dog was like, I am not the least bit intimidated by this wax on my ear or Angela. All right, let's get into it, you guys. Tomorrow night's going to be crazy because we will see who wins AI Arena and who goes home between Mackenzie Angela, and Tucker, who is still on the block. Okay. So this episode, I still don't know why it had to be 2 hours. Can anyone riddle me that? Answer me this. Okay. But here we are. We got to see a lot of the AI instigator. I will just say, I want to get your thoughts early on this AI instigator. How much money are you guys going to award Tucker? Because it was starting out good. And then what I saw in tonight's episode and what I've seen from the feeds, where he was like, there's one about MJ that they're probably going to show tomorrow that's like a riddle that makes no sense. I'm giving him $0 and 0 cents. It started out so good and then it went horrible. And he said, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. We don't care. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying, because maybe I'm being too harsh, but I'm like, right? He dropped the ball. Stir the pot. He got a little bit more stirry when it got to Chelsea and Quinn and throwing them under the bus game wise. But then it was like the tea thing with Leah and Chemo. Boring. Bring a book. The Leah thing had promise when he was saying, okay, Leah gets all the information from the guys. And I know they did talk about that on the feeds. And we're speculating about that. But it needed more. It needed, like, you know how he did Pentagon for, I think he should have stayed with Pentagon for life constantly. And then he should have talked about how you can't trust Leah. That would have been really interesting. Leah sharing the information, or he should have done like these guys think Leah likes them, but she doesn't. She's just using them for information. You should hear what she's saying behind your back. That's how you instigate a fight. Do I have to go in this house and do this shit myself? And then the Angela thing, I was like, stop it, Tucker. He was talking about the twerking. Okay. And then Chuck. Okay, I'm sure Chuck appreciates that, but what? And everyone is like roasting his ass up about it in the house. They're like, that was stupid. That was dumb. And I thought, watching the feeds and not seeing all these AI instigator segments, I thought maybe they were being a little harsh. But now I really wish we would have awarded it to Angela. I mean, I didn't vote. I'm one of those people. I didn't vote. I don't vote on the Big Brother things. Very rarely do I vote on the Big Brother things. Okay, so Sunny says Tucker blew it. DT Cal says Tucker is terrible. Kenzie says the max. Joseph says not a damn thing. Ready Player One said too much Matt time. Oh, and Hype My Husband Shell put me onto a theory with this that's very disturbing. So I have to talk about that with the Matt thing. Childless Cat Lady says, have never watched BB Watcher Recaps Daily. Thank you, Childless Cat Lady. Shout out to my fellow childless cat ladies and dog ladies. Steven said $5. Steven said you can pay for parking in West Hollywood if you're going to an audition. And that's about it, sir. Dawn, you're so sweet. Dawn said $20K. Haru says, boo, boo, tomato, 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 boo, tomato, tomato. Nell is, you're speaking my language. Nell says -$5. You owe us money, Tucker. I can't believe Tucker dropped the ball this bad on this. I really thought, like, okay, but here's the thing. You hurt Rubina's feelings. You didn't know you would. Well, I mean, I don't know. So you hurt Rubina's feelings. But that was like the worst person's feelings you could hurt because you're in a showmance with her. So now everyone else's feelings should be fair game. I would make up for hurting Rubina's feelings if I was in a showmance with her by hurting other people's feelings more. But that's how I operate. Amy says, I'd rather Tucker have it than CBS or Paramount Plus. Well, that is a good point, and that is very kind of you, Amy. DT says 0. He's already rich and he flopped. Hope says 0. Connie's coming in like a sweetie with $20K. Lisa says $3. Revo says 0.00. Like, you don't even get no sense from Revos. Revo says, Powell is going to give Tucker all his money for other reasons, I'm sure. Right, Powell? Joseph says -$10. Yes, Christopher. Tucker owes us money after tonight. Sunny Drop says, I gave him $20K for giving Angel the veto. I mean, yeah, he's done other things in the game, but I really think he's dropped the ball on this instigator shit. Kenzie says, I'm loving that he turned it into a grocery list and they're thinking it's for a comp. That is true. He has done that where they were like, is this something we have to remember for an upcoming comp, and giving them riddles? But no, That's not good enough for me. I want them in the house questioning each other, like that meme or whatever with everyone holding the GUNs. Sorry, I have to spell it. You can't say it on YouTube. And they're just looking at each other and it's like all the Spider-Mans or something. I want everyone in the house doing that. Joseph says Tucker was picked by Grodner to make sure he didn't run away from the jury house. Oh no, I already voted him 20K. That's okay, Rob. He has given us a lot of entertainment in the house. But this particular thing, horrible. Horrible. That's what I say. And listen, didn't we stop talking about twerking when Miley Cyrus put on granny panties and ruined it on the VMAs? Isn't that when we all stopped? No shade, no offense, all offense to Miley Cyrus, but isn't that when we all stopped talking about twerking? We're like 7 seasons behind in twerking. And that's in like white ladyville, like me. In like the real world, we're like 50 years behind in the twerk. Okay. So it was a womp womp. Womp womp. That wasn't twerking by Miley. That was a bumping and a grinding. Yeah, she was all bumping and a grinding. Shelly says 20K. Tucker has been busy with his punishment. Okay, that's a good point. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he could have done better. I can't even, you guys are so sweet compared to me because I can't give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm thinking, you need to understand the assignment. You are an agent of chaos in that house. Okay. So you need to realize Tucker's always talking about, production level and, being, kind of putting on a show, making it interesting, not making it boring. So I need him to carry this everywhere. Everywhere. The way they weren't even twerking Braden. It's just okay. So we get a segment. Quinn loves Leah. Is anyone going to tell him? Are any of his friends going to step up to the plate and say, this woman hates you? She's manipulating you, which is all fair game within the game of Big Brother. Okay. And he heard little rumblings and called her out. And she was like, I would never. But he really needs Chemo, T-Core, Rubina, well, especially Chemo and T-Core, to pull him aside and go, yo, she is saying slanderous things about you. Like, she does not like you. Because to hear this man, I mean, love it. Like, oh, we get a segment about it. And then we have to hear him campaign to keep her. She hates you. She hates you. She thinks you're weird and gross and creepy. Okay? Okay. And I'm sorry. This is late night, so we can get real personal. I need Quinn to go now. It's been fun, Joanne Fabrics, but you got to go. It's the yelling in the DR. My plan. You don't have a plan, Quinn. You don't have a plan. Your plan, in fact, did not work. You didn't do any of this. None of this happened because of you. He's floppity, and he is really thinking he's great because these house guests are building him up like he is the best player. You have Brooklyn doing interviews postseason going, well, Quinn is the best there ever was. In what world is Quinn even remotely good? What are we basing this on? I know we're basing it on people who have never seen the game, but stop saying that. It's horrible. I was like, you need to go. Yeah. Nell says, Quinn, baby, it's time to pack the Kmart bag and hit the road. You got to hit the road, Quinn. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Quinn. And don't you come back no more. Get some stuff for some curls for your hair. Hit the road, Quinn. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Quinn. And don't you come back no more. Get softener for your curls. I'm just over it. Leslie says, Quinn is the best, only in his head. Yes. Kenzie says, in the same world where Brooklyn's Alliance thought they were winning all of these comps. And you know what, DT? You can still like Quinn. I'm just out here spouting my mouth off saying I'm tired of it. When he's yelling in the DR, going, la, 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 I'm like, stop it. You stop it right now. And I understand they encourage them to do this, but you can say no. Do you think they're going to get T-Core to do this? No, she would say no. Okay. Chemo's not doing it. You need to stop. No more squatty potty yelling. So, yes. And some people in the chat are saying Joseph is also in love with Leah, which is a true story. Joseph, he was in bed going, oh, God, I have such a crush. I'm supposed to be a robot. Such a crush on that girl. And it's Leah. And they are just really, they're really into her. And she is not into them. And they're oblivious. Okay. Let's see. We have Cam worried. Cam's worried if he's going to win the Power Veto competition in this episode. And Leah finds a way to make it about herself. And she's like, I'm really scared. Like, I'm so scared. And he goes, oh, well, I'm scared. I'm actually on the block, so I have to win it. What are you scared about? Well, like, okay, that's a good point. Like being the replacement nom. I mean, I know I've never seen the block, but like people are like, I'm not working with him. People are after me. Well, that's your fault. No offense to Leah, but that's your fault that you haven't lined yourself up at all in this game. And Cam says, I would say I am like, I was working with people and I was supposed to be voted out last week. She goes, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's true. Right? Dossier says, I didn't even know he talked. Well, and on the live feeds, he's been talking more. And Cam has also been talking about how he's worried that he's not featured in the show. And I'm thinking, baby, you're not featured really in the show. Tonight was, I think, one of his first speaking parts, which was really great. But he was saying, he hasn't been called. He's been called to the DR like a couple times in the past couple weeks. And he hears like Tucker, Angela, Chelsea, Leah, he's hearing other people. And so he's worried that he's not featured. And it's like, oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. You're not. Yeah, it shouldn't just be a worry. It's now a fact. Okay. So tonight we did get to see Cam. For a minute, I said, who is that guy? And then I go, oh, that's Cam. Yes. Very nice guy. Doesn't talk enough, but really nice guy. Sometimes rubs people's backs because he's he's a physical therapist. That's what he is, Jolene. Put some respect on his name, okay? Leah, so Leah makes it about her. We get Tucker sad. Tucker is depressed. He's just, listen, I am not the least bit intimidated to be on the block. However, did I tell what's her face? Yeah, Takor, because I know her name's T-Core. I call her Takor. Okay. Anyways, I am not the least bit intimidated to be on the block. However, I volunteered, but only because I volunteered for Chelsea, and then I volunteered for Centric, and then I volunteered for this person. But I don't think she could have put me up. Stop volunteering. Can we get a stop? I need a stop volunteering emoji in the chat. Why are you volunteering?
What's POV?
It's giving what's POV. Okay? Stop it.
You better not!
Every time someone volunteers to be put on the block, you can't get mad when you keep saying you'll do it. Who cares? Just because you volunteered for the other people doesn't mean you have to keep doing it. But you keep doing it, and now you can't be upset when T-Core is like, all right, I guess, because I kind of want you out because you are a threat. And yeah, and if you're volunteering, that makes it easier for me. Then I don't have to, get any blood on the hands, like they like to say. So yeah. So he's upset, and T-Core's like, They were sitting on the floor in the storage room talking about this. Yes. Hashtag stop volunteering. Oh my gosh. Right. They need to put that in the house. They need a big sign. No volunteering to go on the block. It doesn't work out. Because Tucker is starting to realize, like, oh, the chances of this continuing to work with me just volunteering and winning my way off the block are less and less. The more it works, then the better chance the next time it might not work. So if you really want to stay in the game, stop volunteering. So T-Core's like, And she's wondering, who should I put on the block? Do I put on, damn it, Powell? I love your text, but I forgot to put on my do not disturb. But let me see what Powell sent me. Why I'm here. He's got an image. Oh no. Rennie from BB10 is she did not. Is this for real? Did she really put this? She finds Angela repulsive, you guys. She posted a picture of Angela. Shout out to Rennie BB10, and she said, "I find this bitch repulsive." I love how these some of these older players, they forget how they were too in the house. I think there was, what was the girl in BB10 that had the East Coast accent, bad eyebrows, Keisha's birthday, very aggressive gal. What's her name? She was talking smack this season too about people, and I'm thinking, girl, you were a whole ass problem. Your season, people almost came to blows. You can't now be on the sensitive squad going, taking it a little too far. Not Amber. What's her name? Lisa. It was so annoying. Yes, thank you, Goldilocks. Lisa. I think it's Lisa, right? It wasn't April. But it's like players who fought a lot or were very vocal on their seasons to then be like, this bitch does too much. It's repulsive. It's like, what? No. Thank you, DGF. Yes. 102 likes, over 322 people watching. Hit that like, you guys. It's a free way to support the channel. There's other ways in the description if you're interested. Okay. So, oh my word. Thanks for sending me that, Paul. Rennie, calm down, okay? Do you want us to have fun, or do you want every season to just be a borathon, okay? Because we can't just have all Josephs. But Joseph, it was pretty entertaining this episode, and we'll talk about that. But okay. So then Tucker said, boo-hoo, wah-wah, I put myself on the block. We have an AI POV game with a slingshot, hit the stuff, hit the numbers, every round. I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. I just know that Cam won. Tucker lost. It came down to Cam versus Tucker, what everyone's been waiting for. Not me. And MJ decided to take a Hawaii trip, and she cried about it. She was like, I can't wait to take my family. I want to treat my family. It's like, is your family 2 people? Because that's what the trip's for. It's for 2 people, MJ. 1, 2. Count them. 1, 2. So you're going to have to pick between your brother who you want to marry and your cute mom and dad. Okay? Something tells me you're going to pick your brother lover, allegedly. Okay? Everything I say is true, except for the parts that are false. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. But she was very much like, Hawaii. And poor Chemo had to read it. He's like, and you win a trip to Hawaii. Oh, I live there. If I would have got this, I wonder if I would have got a refund, or could I get it for cash? Because I'm just going there. You guys aren't paying for my flight home. Okay. So, hi, Sincere. But yeah, she was just like, I'm going to treat my family. How? 2 people, MJ. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 4, 5. No. 1, 2. All right. And yeah, Angela scored a 0, got out kind of early. She was stuck with a the whatever it's called, the AI. She had to go remove, like, she was like the Homer Simpson or something. She had some kind of toxic material she had to remove, and she had to wear a suit like she was going to make meth, and with Walter White. And then Joseph got the Matrix instead of the Matrix. We have to have Matt back in the game.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Yeah. I was like, oh, Lord, we just got rid of him. He is all over the tiki-taki with his tight jeans. And I do love how MJ, you guys, you should hear MJ on the live feeds. She's kind of grossed out by him. She finds Matt annoying. His jeans too tight. Mackenzie is, I don't think he's going to have a chance with her. Maybe a one and done hookup if he can find jeans that aren't his sisters. You know what I mean? Or someone smaller. Okay. Not to be gender specific over here, but for real, if we can figure that out. So Mackenzie's getting the ick. And then Tucker gets Tucker's I did think that his punishment was kind of interesting in that he's basically the Alexis, I'll say. He's the Sarai, I'll say, instead of saying the names and triggering yours. And so he gets these questions and he has to go upstairs and look through an Encyclopedia Britannica. These kids have no idea back in the day, if you had the full collection of Encyclopedia Britannicas, you were doing right in life. My dad saved for that shit. And I was like, oh, he doesn't want me to fail out of school. Like, we got money like that and we didn't. But those were expensive. That was like a status symbol. Oh, do you got all the Encyclopedia Britannicas? No, my dad gets Sports Illustrated and he got the phone. That's a football. Whew, that's too bad. Your dad doesn't love you. So that was crazy. I mean, those Encyclopedia Britannicas got me through school. Nowadays, they're just like, someone on TikTok said the world's flat, so it is. But you had to look in the Encyclopedia Britannica back in the day, and there were no flat earthers there, strangely. Okay. Sarah, thank you for the first super chat of the live. Sarah Drummond says, we love your updates. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. Wendy, your mom sold them. How cool is that? Now, when people sold Encyclopedia Britannicas, did they make Cash Money Millionaire? Because I feel like that was like, that was like buying a car. I think my dad had to make payments on those. And it was like, put them back in the right spot. Don't let Papa see that. It had its own like whole shelving unit. Don't bend the pages. Don't write in it. God forbid. Had like the hard cover, but it was kind of soft where you could use it as a pillow during Armageddon or something. But yeah. Anita Timmons says, my elderly neighbor gave me a very old set of them. My kids passed every spelling test because of them. Anita, yep. The proof is in Anita's kids' spelling test pudding. That's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, no. Oh, my ass is dragging. I'm so sorry. I do like your name. We had to slum it with World Book. Oh, yes. If you had them Britannicas, things were going on the up and up. Okay. That checking balance was in the positive until you got the Britannicas, and it was in the negative. Okay. So Joseph's was trapped in the matrix. So 24 hours he had to be upstairs in the have-not room with Matt. Okay. With him, the AI version of him on like a large phone type thing, just talking. So that means when Joseph was upstairs, the whole time, the whole 24 hours, he had Matt. And we know Matt likes to talk. So they were definitely taking a jab at old Crazy Eyes because he could listen to himself talk for the rest of his life. He was a talker, that one. All right. To the point where even Mackenzie, even his love interest was like, that dude was annoying. Okay. So as I'm watching this and I'm, going, God, and some parts were funny. This part was kind of funny because it was like, you know what else rhymes with Matt? Matt, dat, cat. And, but then Hype Man Husband Chell comes home from work. He sits down. We're all in bed watching it. And he goes, you know what that means? And I said, what? He goes, so Joseph had to listen to Matt the whole time, the whole 24 hours. I go, yeah. And it was on like a pretty high volume. I would have broken that thing. You saw Joseph go, shut the F up, And I said, yeah, he's talking all the time. He goes, that means when Joseph, now you guys, we talked about this. When Joseph admitted to Cam that he jacked off in the poop tent in there, that means he was jocking off. Listen to Matt's voice. So Matt was talking while he was jacking. How did he finish?
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
In a gutter, clearly. And I said, Chell, that is a great point. And that is disturbing. He must have been so horned up. You got Matt going in the back, blah, 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 blue, 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 blue. Ugh. And Joseph's like, yeah. Did he have earplug? I'm disturbed. Yep. He had to keep his sanity, but how did he get an erection with Matt blabbing? That's what I want to know. I'm a lady, and my lady boner goes the minute that man starts talking. The minute I'm like, oh, oh, yeah, it's worse than clean that up a little bit. It's worse. So Joseph is up there listening. When he comes out of of his little matrix that him and Matt are closer now. They're very close. He has been with Joseph during the most intimate time so far of Joseph's entire BB26 experience. They were very close. Okay, guys. When he comes out, I said comes. He looks like he's on an episode of Survivor. Did you guys notice that? I was like, oh, he's auditioning for Jeff Probst. Powell, I thought of you immediately. He had his shirt tied around his head. He looked like he had been to war, but he had been to war with his own ding dong while Matt was talking. He had to find a way to make it work. Okay, so he comes out looking like, let's see, well, there's you can see my bra. That's really nice, Jolene, on my dresser there. Thank you. It's nude because I am a lady. Okay. There he is. He was 24 hours in the Jack Shack, in his own personal Jack Shack with Matt. And he looks like he survived about an hour on Survivor. He was spent. Goldilocks says, "Peens for the pop-up tent." He popped that tent up with his dingling. That's what he did. You feel sick from that visual? Me too, Lisa. Me too. I had to share it. If I'm going to be sick, everyone is going to be sick with me. Okay. So he leaves the Jack Shack and he's like, "What's up, guys?" And he comes into now a POV ceremony where once again, someone is going on the block who shouldn't go on the block. So let's get to the Angela of it all. We talked about this in one of my updates a couple days ago. I did a full reenactment. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. Where Angela, she lost her way with Tucker. Okay. Once the condom box was opened with Rubina, all bets were off, you guys. And a lot of the house was just like, whoa, they used condoms. Oh, by the way, Joseph said, I wrote this down. He said, 24 hours of not hearing Rubina laugh is going to be sweet, sweet bliss. I guess I don't really hear Rubina laugh that much on the feeds. Am I not? I don't know. But also, okay, Dick. I know they're all getting annoyed with each other, but I was like, oh damn. And it's not because he's really annoyed with Rubina. He is annoyed with Rubina, but not for the laugh. He's annoyed because she's getting that Tucker D.
To look at
You're
it,
lying.
no.
I'm not lying. I swear. Okay. He's jelly. He's peanut butter and jelly, as they say. Okay. Now, I'm not supposed to show feeds, but I'm going to show you a little bit of feeds. Don't tell Paramount Plus. Don't get me copyright struck. Okay. But the night after Rubina and Tucker sealed the deal, where they were in bed, they didn't have the sheets pulled over them, but Rubina's so little that I just thought Tucker was humping the bed. And then I was like, oh, there's Rubina's little hand. Hi, cutie. They won't show this in an episode, you guys. I guarantee they're not going to show it. But Joseph was beside himself. He was so freaking upset on the live feeds. He cried, you guys. So I have to show you. Joseph, immediately after he found out that the box of condoms were open and Rubina and Tucker sealed the deal. before he was able to seal the deal with Tucker.
I defy you, stars!
I was like, calm down, Joseph. Yeah. He was like, Juliet! I mean, Tucker! He was like, I defy you, stars. He was so freaking upset, crying, okay? That's not Joseph. Well, yes, that is not Joseph because that guy gives me a boner and Joseph doesn't. So that's true. However, that's what I assume Joseph, that was Leonardo DiCaprio, Romeo and Juliet, Baz Luhrmann's version, circa 1996. Okay, everybody, every old millennial or young Gen Xer's sexual awakening happened there. Okay. So yeah, he made the comment about Rubina. And I was like, oh, rude. Joseph is really this whole like, Dr. Will's my favorite player. I'm going to come off as kind of a dick. He's really, I think he's laying it on kind of thick though. Cause did you guys see in the POV competition? Wasn't he the first out? I think he was the first out. And then he goes, oh, wow, the power of Vita. Oh, the golden power of Vita. And everyone's like, and I'm like, let's calm it down a little bit. It's laying on a little thick there, Joey. But I am sorry, Joseph, that Rubina was able to get with Tucker before you were able to. Okay. All right. Let's get to Angela. Jennifer says, Joseph always looked like he's on weed. He looks like he's on the weed. Jennifer Wu says he looks like he's on the weed. He might get a little high. He does. His eyes are kind of like this. He's like, Julie, hey, what's up? Who is this? Oh, that's a joke. I'm funny. I like cassette tapes and VHS. Okay. Yeah. Do you have a VCR? Oh, everything's better on VCR. He's probably his generation's, back in the day, it's like everything's better on vinyl. Music, like, ugh, cassette tapes, ugh, CDs, ugh, we need vinyl. And Joseph's like, yeah, you can get that 4K, 8K, 12K clearness, 100K, whatever. But I like it on VHS. I like it with an FBI warning at the front and those bars that went. I like when you have to literally hit the rewind and it goes, or the fast forward, and then you can never quite find the part because you can't just like stop at a timestamp. That's what I like. It just plays better. That's Joseph. Okay. So Angela is doubting Tucker because he had intercourse with Rubina and they're in a showmance and they are really putting this showmance on blast. I turned into the feeds tonight before I, was going live and all this stuff. And they're kissing again. What is it with this house where they're like, show us you kissing? And this is like the 5th time that Tucker and Rubina, she's jumped up and straddled them and they're like, and I guess they made it house official tonight. That's what you call it before marriage. After marriage, then it's like you're doing it. But before marriage, it's intercourse. That is the correct way. It's biblical, in case you didn't know. Okay. I might have made that up. And so she's straddling him and they're kissing. I guess they're house official. Mackenzie cried. That wasn't in tonight's episode, but that was on the live feeds. She was like, I don't know why I'm crying. Maybe because you want Tucker? I don't know. Leah is not impressed. Her and Joseph have been like making fun of Rubina and Tucker and them making out. So she's like, oh my God, how lame. But Leah would love to be able to. Leah would love to give all the details to Tucker. Meanwhile, Rubina's giving the details. Rubina told T-Core on the live feeds yesterday that it was passionate love. Passionate. Yeah. Passionate. She said it was sweet. I mean, they do like each other. I'm just worried. As the older lady, I'm a little worried. But she's like, we were wondering, like, I mean, they both between T-Core, Chemo, and Rubina whispering, like, can we please talk at a regular volume? Angela is not, well, she's probably listening at a door anyways, but can we just speak up a little bit because I'm like, hi, I can't hear you. Rubina was saying that she's like, we stopped at one moment and we were like looking at each other, like laughing, like, I can't believe we fit together so well. Fit together. That's an interesting way to put it, but very Tetris, So Rubina said it was passionate. They fit together. Everything worked. All the parts were going in the right spots. And now Tucker's been on the feeds just singing Rubina's praises, just telling Rubina's friends, I miss Rubina, even though she's in this house when I don't see her. But Rubina's feeling a little sketched. She's like, is he doing that to make me a target? Is he doing that because he's an actor? Is he doing it because he likes me? I mean, I like him. So lots of things. They fit together. I like puzzles. It's because he likes puzzles. Yes, Paul. I like puzzles. I like puzzles. I like puzzles. Yes. Rosemary says fit together. Just, well, in Rubina's defense, sometimes, you're like, oh, that's not going to work. And then sometimes you're like, that works a little too easy, but it's like just right. It's like what was it? The Three Little Bears. This porridge is too cold. This porridge is too hot. This porridge is just right, This wiener is too little. This wiener way too big. This wiener just right. Everyone's got to find their correct, piece to the body intercourse puzzle. Okay. So Angela's worried, and in a way, I see why Angela would be like, oh yeah, I got to get Tucker out eventually, like right now. Maybe wait, maybe have a conversation with him. Not right before the veto ceremony. Okay. Wait until someone else can be renommed before you make yourself a target. But not our sweet Angela, not our little lady Angela, not our little meth maker Angela. She was like, they made it really dramatic too. He said, I feel like I have to do something that's going to be really hard. I gotta go after Tucker because he's with Rubina and there's no way he's putting me first when he's literally putting it in her. And we're like, okay, yes, I can see why you would doubt someone in a showmance would take you all the way to the end. Sure. But now is not the time, Angie. We got to make sure you're not on the block. All right. So unfortunately, she didn't do that. Her and Tucker had a conversation this episode. He was like, I got you. He was in the hot tub. He's like, we made a deal early on. I am a man. I am not the least bit intimidated by the fact that I'm in a showmance. All right. I gave you my word. Am I in other things like with Joseph and Rubina? Yes, I am. But I'm Tucker. And I can do everything, Angela. Okay? I am not the least bit worried. I got your back, bitch. I used the power of veto on you. And she's like, we're in a showmance, but it's here. It's in the house. And she's like, I don't believe him. So instead of, just like making a plan, she just acted. She was like, okay, Angela's get together. We're going to go to Quinn, the biggest rat in the house, and Leah and Mackenzie, who barely know what's going on. And we are going to start a revolution. Now, Mackenzie technically hates me, and Leah, I mean, I do like her. I'm trying to save her. But Quinn, we've had our problems, and he's a rat. But I'm going to go in there. And she was like, you guys, I put on my white Birkenstocks, and I had to come to tell you, okay, that man is feeding me so much garbage in my head. And I wish they would have shown this whole interaction, because on the feeds, there was input from Mackenzie, there was input from Leah. Okay, but they really didn't show that. And Leah and Mackenzie were like, yeah, screw that guy. We tried to be his friends for 2 weeks. He's a liar, and he's feeding our heads too. So it was like the Tucker Hater Club with Quinn. They're like, oh, okay, I'm about to go rat to tat, because he's terrified that now that Cam won the power of veto, his precious Leah, who hates you, will be put on the block. So then Angela's like, he put ideas in my head. And there's no way he's taking me to the end. There's no way. Because he is putting it in her, so he's not going to put it on me. Okay? And so then Quinn's like, oh, yeah. So then Joanne Fabric Quinn takes his curls upstairs. He skips upstairs, like, I can't wait to scream in the DR next time. And he goes up and he tells T-Core and he tells Chemo. And he's like, yeah, Angela totally just threw Tucker under the bus. Leo would never do that. And I'm like, shut your mouth, sir. Yes, she would. No, I don't know if Leo would, but I was just like, no, it's too soon to lose Angela. It's too soon, sir, in my personal opinion. You're ruining this. You're a rat. He's got that rat floater Andy Herron game. Okay. Now, granted, that was a winner game. I'll give him that. But it's just, I understand rat floater. It's a totally fine strategy. I just hate it when it's not done well. Or not well, because I guess it is well if you win the damn game. When I'm annoyed by the person doing it. Okay. So, so then Tucker has a conversation with Angela in the bathroom, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta go in there. Chelsea's, dropping a deuce. She's just she's having a nice morning. Like, I'm just gonna listen to what they're saying. And I really wish they would have shown the part where they had already said all that stuff in front of Chelsea. She was doing the longest hand wash possible, because who wouldn't when they're spilling so much information right in front of you? But then finally Angela goes, I'm not going to say anymore. Sorry, Chelsea. Can we have a minute? And Chelsea's like, oh, yeah, I already got all the information I need. Thanks, kids. And she heads out. But this was so dramatic seeing their faces close up, because when I originally watched this on the feeds, I watched it, I don't know, cam 1 or 2, and maybe I watched it in quad. I think I just watched it with you guys. Either way, it wasn't as close up. So she's like, Tucker's like, I don't understand, Angela, why you would do this to me. I've always had your back. I just got done telling you you were going to be fine. And then you got to go throw me under the bus. I heard that you went to MJ and Quinn and Leah, and you said you're going to take me out. And I don't really understand it, okay? I am not the least bit intimidated by what you did. But I've been there for you, Angela. I used my veto on you, Angela. And she's like, I did. But only because I just know now. There's no way you're going to take me to the end of your insurance. Come on, Tucker. Even Chuck, whose feet tear up the sheets, who has horrible hygiene and needs to make sure he's taking care of the lawn while I'm gone. Even Chuck I would pick over you. If you're having sex, you're going to pick that person. And Tucker's like, Angela, I still don't want you to go home, okay? I still think I can work with you, Angela, but I need you to know my shoulders are raising. I'm bending over you. You got to calm down. But I also wonder, though, they had so many dumb segments in this episode that they didn't show us a good segment, which was Tucker told Angela, go make it right with T-Core because you're about to be put on the block. So he's protecting her again. So the first time in this episode we see him protecting her was just in this episode was him at the pool and saying, just so you know, Angela, people are thinking that you might be the AI instigator. And she's like, what? He goes, so just, maybe make it right. So it doesn't make you a target. He felt like he was looking out for her. She was like, clearly I have to stab him in the back. That seems only right. And it probably has to do with the fact that Big Brother, they definitely wanted to tire Angela out this week with her little, her punishment where she was like, I can't pick up all these balls, which is a lot. It's like 1,000 balls in 12 hours. And at first she's like, I got it together, caboodle. And she was picking them all up. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, no more slime. And then it was sweet how all of them, except for Tucker, which is another reason that she doesn't trust you, Tucker, were out there, or a lot of them, I should say, the house guests supporting her. And even Mackenzie walking with her. And Mackenzie hates her. And she was like, I better walk with her. And I thought that was very nice of you, Mackenzie. That was very nice. So Angela, overtired Angela will always overreact, will always turn into a paranoid android. And it's going to be the worst ever. Okay. So, and she's like, Tucker, I had to. But they didn't show the part where he told her to go to T-Core's room. And then she went and talked to T-Core. We didn't see that in tonight's episode, right? Did I miss it? where she went and had to go explain to T-Core why she was throwing Tucker under the bus and was working to get him out. We didn't see that. And I'm like, that was really interesting. The retelling, and T-Core was like, uh-huh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, Angela's like, and then I just thought, I might have thought wrong. And she was losing it. And we didn't see, okay, Hero. Yeah, we didn't see it. And I'm like, come on. Yeah, she's good TV, but a messy. I would hate to be aligned with Angela. And as a house guest, I understand that they probably, don't want her to stay in the house because it's a lot, But as a viewer, I'm like, keep her in. So we didn't see that. But then ultimately, we do see T-Core put Angela up as a replacement now. Now, Tucker went to T-Core and Chemo and was like, okay, I'm eating a banana here, guys. I got my costume on. I need you guys to do me a favor. Okay, T-Core, I gave you the $5,000. Nice guy, huh? Okay. I still think it's better for our game if Leah goes on the block. So I'm not trying to tell you how to run your HOH, but if you could put Leah on the block, then maybe I could relax my shoulders. Okay? Just think about it. Put her on the block. And T-Core's like, I love it. Just, And the whole time T-Core's like, I don't know. We'll see. Leah, Angela, and Quinn is fighting so hard for Leah. Leah would never fight this hard for Quinn. Ever, 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 ever. And Quinn, you're never going to get it, never going to get it, never going to, you're never going to get it. In Vogue, you're never going to get it, okay? So then Joseph again is released from his Jack Shack, and he comes downstairs looking like Survivor, and that is when he sits down and the power veto ceremony happens. And T-Core, that was the quickest renom I have heard. T-Core's like, I'm putting Angela on the block. And Angela's like, she had her hair curled. She knew she was going up. We saw it on the feeds. She's like, I got a feeling woo-hoo, that I'm going on the block because I freaked out. So yeah, that she's sitting up there, and then Joseph has to be like, huh? I thought she was in the 6th Avenue Heartache. What? The same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me. No? Okay. So now Angela is the replacement nominee on the block with MJ and on the block with the Tuck. All right. Yes, I'm dropping the album this Christmas. Look for it. Yeah, you can see T-Core is a little bit over Angela's shit. I mean, she has been for a while. I think the moment T-Core was over Angela's shit was this moment.
And I'm not trying to.
Wow, I've heard from that too. That's a horrible thing to say.
Okay.
Now T-Core says, it's putting up the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. So Leah being the devil you don't know, I guess, and Angela being the devil you know. And the fact that Leah is aligned, she's like, Leah is aligned with one of my alliances, one of my alliance members being Quinn, and Angela's aligned with me. Now, as much as Angela blew up her game, I still might think it's probably better to put Leah up because you just said you're not aligned with her. However, in T-Core's defense, I don't think Leah will go after T-Core. And I do think if given the chance, Leah will work with T-Core. But I don't know what that looks like from Leah, because all we hear from Leah is I just don't play the game like everybody else. I have integrity. And that's how my mom raised me. And I am not going to, I got this far in life with all this integrity. So I am not going to do anything to jeopardize that first 750,000. It's not worth it. Oh my God. No one's asking you to kill somebody, ma'am. We're asking you to just play the game. Couple lies here, couple lies there. Do the manipulation like you're doing to the guys. Little bit of this, a little bit of that, So I think my frustration lies with Leah is always talking about this integrity, yet she loves shit talking, which is fine. Who doesn't? I'm shit talking right now. But I also don't say I have so much integrity. Tegrity. It reminds me of the South Park episode. Well, then go to Tegrity Farms and get some Tegrity. Yes, Leah doesn't know how to play the game, Kenzie, and that's what's really frustrating. That's why I'm like, as messy as Angela is, and as much as some people might not like her, Angela's playing the game. It might be in a messy way, but she's playing it, and she actually respects the game. She's like, this is freaking Big Brother. This is freaking Big Brother. Like, she gets excited, and Leah had to campaign today on the feeds, or campaign, I should say, talk to the people on the block, even though she probably thinks she's campaigning. And she was like, this is supposed to be my nail day. And Brooklyn was dragging her in her post eviction interviews, saying that Leah just spends her days doing her nails and, putting her makeup on, which, technically that's a strategy. She's in the house longer than you, so I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, Sarah, like. But yeah. So that's where we're at after tonight's episode. As far as live feed stuff, they did have some kind of a party, so feeds were down for a little bit, like a midway through, because they're halfway through, and that's Angela was talking to, I think, Chelsea. She was, Angela's been campaigning, MJ's been campaigning, Tucker's been campaigning. They've been talking, but the house guests really haven't. The last what I watched, they don't even really want to discuss, some of them, what to do if Tucker doesn't win AI Arena. And Chelsea, Cam, and them, they'll discuss it, and they'll be like, Chelsea's, trying to get the numbers so they could make a move then for sure. But some of the house guests are like, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But Angela was campaigning to Chelsea, and you can tell now Angela she's kind of blown up enough times and blown up enough people where people really don't want to be talking game with her for that long. Chelsea was in the bathroom and she couldn't run out faster when Angela was talking to her, like, I really want to be in this game, Chelsea, and I think you're a great person. And Chelsea's like, well, yeah, for sure. Just don't give up. I had a coach once. I guess I played sports or something. And he would blow the whistle, and you see Angela's eyes glaze over, like, I don't want to talk about your life. I want you to guarantee you're not going to vote me out. So you see her eyes glaze over, and Chelsea's like, yeah. And my coach, we'd have to run from one spot. I'm like, killers, here to there and here to there. And then they blow the whistle, and then we run here and blow the whistle. And there was a moment where I felt like my body was going to give out. That you can't push your body no more. And I'm like, girl, she is not running like that. Did you see her pick up the balls? That's the last thing she's going to do this season. Come on. So she's trying to make an analogy with running. But just when your body wants to give up, my coach says, don't stop. It's kind of like listening to those, whether it be a trainer, God bless, or or those bikes that you ride, where they're like, when it starts to hurt, that's when it's doing something. No, when it starts to hurt, that means I have to go to physical therapy after this because you pushed me too hard, because I'm not ready for this, Tom. Okay. You might be on your little bikes all day with your 6-pack. Okay. But I'm working on basic core strength here. I can barely pull myself up off the ground from a laying down point. So no, I don't want to hurt myself. And Chelsea's like, yeah, you run from here to there. And you just keep going. I'm just thinking, okay. And then she left. Then she walked out. But they are gaming, they are campaigning. It does look like they're trying. There's some in the house that are trying to get the numbers where they could take Tucker out. However, for the majority of the feeds and time that I was watching, it seemed as though they had the numbers to take Mackenzie out if it was between Angela and Mackenzie. And if it was between Tucker and anybody, they weren't really giving scenarios for that as much. And even Leah was like, yeah, I think it's better for my game. Now they want to blindside Quinn again, basically, because Quinn obviously wants Angela gone. But Joseph and Leah are really bonding over the fact that they like to be sarcastic and kind of shit talk. And they want to get rid of Mackenzie because they think Angela is better for their game. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Oh no, Anita says, I know, Joleen, my hubby has dropped foot because he did not stop when he was hurting. Yes, that is one of the myths. Who said that? Someone said that to me, who is a smart person. But I don't remember who it was, but I feel like a smart person told me that is one of the biggest myths, that like, yes, our bodies are amazing. You can push yourself to do things, but if it shouldn't hurt. Who told me that? They were like, you know how they say, oh, it's supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to hurt. Like, and it's not like a hurt where it's just a little sore. I'm talking like when it starts hurting. It's not supposed to hurt like that. Oh, goodness. Oh no, not an 18-second commercial. I don't know what YouTube is doing with these commercials, but I feel you guys' pain because when I watch other videos and other creators, sometimes some of these commercials are so long. Now we don't get to pick the commercials because I would be like, give me the ones to play for 3 seconds with a skip. But apologies if you're running into a long ass commercials. Yes, it used to be no pain, no gain. You got to have all the pain. Like Jillian Michaels screaming at you, you're fat and you need pain. And now they're like, it's a little like, well, not necessarily, because you don't want to have, something happen with your shoulder. And if you're already not in that much shape, then probably don't. If it really, really hurts, probably stop. That's my motto in life. If it hurts, I'm stopping. I am stopping. I'm taking a break and I'm getting some ice cream. That I am about self-care. I'm going to put some little eye things under my eyes. I'm going to surround myself with my dogs and producer Tilly, and I'm on break. DT says, Joleen, tonight, Quinn and Chelsea are getting numbers to take out Tucker. I mean, that would be holy shit. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but honestly, at this point, if someone's got to go, and as long as it's not Angela, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know. I really don't want Angela gone yet. I don't know what she's going to do next. I'm not sure, you guys. Even Angela's own daughter, you guys. Let me see if I got the tweet here. She was tweeting about this and just how crazy it is watching her mom. Okay, here we go. And I mean, Angela's family sounds like they want her home. They're like, get home right meow, right meow. Because they probably are worried about her, because she said some paranoid things. And it's, who knows what the casuals are, what they're sending Angela's way. Because I don't know. Has anyone checked in on BB Facebook? I assume they still hate Angela. I assume. And MJ can go, right, Dossier? Like, you can go. The MJ has some, very nice, I'm sure, very nice person. There are sometimes I enjoy her, and she can be very entertaining because of how delusional she can be in the game. But over Tucker and Angela, I would prefer MJ to go. So Angela's daughter, one of her daughters, Christine Murray, tweeted, when was this? It's the 20th. Oh, so 2 days ago. I just want my mom to come home now. It's so hard to watch her struggle to trust people and their intentions with her. All she wanted was to have the summer of her dreams, and it's turned into a nightmare. Her family loves and misses her and would happily welcome her home. Well, that's sweet that they'll happily. Now, is it a nightmare for Angela, or is it a nightmare for them? Because I still, despite Angela's crying and sometimes without tears, I don't think she's not enjoying it. I think this is just how she has fun. Some people have chaotic crying fun, and I will say some of my most favorite experiences have included crying. I mean, there's just, sometimes, yes, I could see that, Joseph, like a little more embarrassed for her mom. But I think Angela is a willing participant in the character that they've created. Yvonne, do you think she's the type to sue CBS for cruel treatment? Oh, sure. That will not be good if that happens. That would be crazy. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if I don't think this is the same Yvonne, but Yvonne made me remember another Yvonne, or you, Yvonne. I apologize, but just a different last name. Sent me a very generous Cash App. So thank you so much. Either this Yvonne or the other Yvonne. Either way, all Yvonnes are amazing. That's what I'm saying. I've never met a Yvonne I didn't like and who didn't make very good economical decisions. So thank you. Oh my gosh. Let's see. She likes to fight, Yvonne says. Patty says, yes, crazy. I mean, I don't see any cruel treatment. It's a cruel summer for Ange. All right, you guys. So there is my breakdown for this episode with a couple live feed spoilers here. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I promise. What do we got? Thursday, yes, and I'll be live after the episode. And I'm gonna make my live for 11 a.m. for tomorrow, and we're gonna rock it out. Thank you for riding the, the wave of I might not be able to update you, all the days I want to. Oh my God, Dave Dog is so cute. He's just laying here. This is his first time being in the office with mom. And I said, I always tell my dogs when I go live, I go, you want to go to work? Time to go to work. And he's sitting in here, and so is Buffy. The only one who's out by Hype Man Husband Chell is Teddy. Oh, and I think here, I'll show you. He's just I am just, sorry. I'm just like a proud little dog mommy because he's come so far, you guys. He's such a sweetie. Okay, so here he is. Let me share this picture. Sitting on my lap. So yeah, thank you, Patty. Watching Big Brother tonight. As Buffy sat next to him and Teddy sat on the settee of the bed. Don't mind my wall. I have swatches up because I think I'm going to paint, and then they've been up there for 2, maybe 3 months because I don't know. I can't make a decision, but look at his little head, and it's on my lap. And he's just so sweet. He's such a good boy. And he's just so sweet. He could be like so mean or sad or not trust people, but he just wants to love after everything he's been through. And that's why dogs are better than us. They're just better than us. Oh, Dave Dog. We just took him to the dog park before this live, so he is tuckered out, and he's been, speaking of tuckers, and he's been playing with his brother. So yes, our Pumpkin Spice King. I have to, if anyone has any tips how to get wax melts off of his ear, that would be helpful. Because I just want to throw him in the bath, but I feel like, is that going to make it worse with the water? So feel free to leave that in the comments if you know, you guys. Yes, such a good boy. Yes, thank you guys. Anita says, Jolene, my dog Petey's 14 years old. Oh, I want to see a picture of Petey. Oh, yay. I'm a cat lady too. I have producer Tilly and 3 dogs. So that's how it is. Yes. Gugon. You think Gugon? Okay. Amy says, you need heat. Oh, I had to heat it? I once spilled an entire wax pot on hardwood floors. I used an iron and a towel. Oh, God. Take a warm rag and hold it to his ear. Okay. Warm rag. Apply oil. What kind of oil, Kenzie? Like olive oil? Is that kind of oil? I assume you don't mean like engine oil. That would be very bad. Yes, thank you, Joseph. I'm an animal parent of 4. I was trying to sit and pick it off, and he's like, what are you doing? That's what I told Chelly. I go, maybe ice cubes. And your cat Squish is 13. Oh, producer Tilly's 15. I mean, I think she's 15. When we adopted her, she was 1.5 years, and we got her in, I think that's the math. Okay. Yes, rescue cats. And if anyone can, there's so many animals. We just saw a news story about that. Our shelters and things are just overrun because people are stupid, and they don't spay and neuter their animals, and they return them. So, please, if you can, rescue a sweet animal. Sally Doll says Gugon is like orange oil, so it's not going to be toxic toward to the dog? I'll look into that. Baby oil. He's not pasta, but sometimes he smells like Fritos. He could be Frito pasta. I need to get some baby oil. I do miss a little baby oil. Okay. Oh, I should give Tilly a quinceañera. She deserves one. Tilly Hernandez deserves a quinceañera. Yes, she does. Nancy, go do it. Go do it. Yes, the Frito. Ooh, apple cider vinegar. Okay, I want to look into these things, you guys, and we'll figure it out. We will figure it. Yes, always adopt from a God, it's just like it's so awful. These, I can't even think about it. But yes, shelters, obviously, rescues, places like that if you can. So your rescue cat's name is Kevin. That's so cute, Heather. I kind of love this. His name's Dave, like just like a regular dude name. He's like Dave. Oh, Sarah, you're so sweet. I even home cats in my second home just for them. Aww. Lisa says, I never knew I was a dog person until we rescued. I didn't either. Well, I always knew I loved dogs, but I just always lived just in very small apartments. Not that you can't have a dog, because you can, but I was also like traveling more. And so I just said, once I buy a home and, then I'll, and I'm traveling a little less, then I'll rescue. But yes, Miles, I love the name Miles. I'm totally a dog person now. I honestly would just rather hang out with dogs. So Sally, do you have a 4-month-old Westie named Willow? Our dear Buffy has a little Westie in her. One of her ears goes up. She just doesn't have she has more of a poodle fur, but she does have kind of a Westie look. So she's a Westie mix. Oh, no, I'm not sharing that. Okay. No, I'm not sharing that picture. They've been playing outside in the yard and they've been loving it, especially Dave Dog and Teddy. They just play. They love it. Okay. Now Buffy wants to get in on the action. However, Buffy's way of playing is to mount them both. She's showing her dominance. So Buffy has started trying to hump both of them. They're all fixed, obviously. And many people have said, hey, it's not what people think it is. It's just her way of showing dominance. Okay, I'm going to show it's crazy. So I had a video of them all playing and I go, Buffy, don't hump them. And then now Dave Dog saw her humping. So now he's trying to hump Teddy's face. So it's just like a big humping party. And it's like the worst orgy. You just don't, it's the cutest orgy you've ever been to, but it's just disturbing. And now Chell wants me to, I got to find it, Chell. So I sent it to Chell and it's just, I'll show you guys the picture. It's hilarious. But yeah, so they're just, the little ones are just mounting crazy, trying to show their dominance. All right. This picture. Because they were playing. I was like, oh, this is so nice. And here comes Buffy. And they're just, here, let me show you guys the cutest but worst orgy that's ever happened. There's the 3 of them. And I took a still from the video I was doing, and I was like, oh my God, this still is crazy. And I've only seen Buffy do this once at the dog park. And so there they are, just having I'm sure the neighbors think we're great pet owners over here. Just our ragtag group of ravers, clearly dropping all the Molly they could find. Oh my gosh. Yes, Sally, she does have Westie in her. I want to get one of those doggy DNAs for all of them. Amy says, I literally saved one of my dog's life tonight. Oh no, it scared the shit out of me. She was choking on a dental bone. I got stuck. I got it out with my finger, but I got bit. I'm so sorry you got bit, but I'm so glad you could save your pups. Yeah, it is. I always get scared. I'm like, when we first got Teddy, I was like, is he choking? And I was like, no, he just eats really fast. Calm down. Everything, I would hear him cough. Because Buffy, she's like a smaller dog, and the vet says, dogs like her tend to have nasal issues. And I'm like, me too, Buffy. And just like her mama. And so sometimes she'll drink water too fast and she's like, and I'd be like, oh my God, she's choking. And they're like, no, it's fine. Yeah, Teddy is like not into it. Dave Dog's laying on the ground. So yeah. Yes, Amy, you did the right thing. That's okay. You just never know. You never know. Okay. Yeah, it's always funny when you see the little ones asserting their dominance. But when you're at the dog park, you're like embarrassed. You're like, I'm sorry, my dog isn't normally this big of a perv. And then people are like, oh no, it's just about dominance. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just because she's a boss bitch. Like it's not because she's like, because she usually asks for consent. Like she's a nice lady. So there you right. Oh, Tilly now, she has been like just on my little patio. I have a little couch, like outdoor couch, and she'll sit out there with me and we watch the dogs, and she's like she just is thinking, these dogs. Oh my God. We just cuddle and we laugh. So there's that. Thank you guys for letting me talk about my fur babies. And thank you for joining me for this late night live. Don't forget to smash that like, comment after the video post. Thank you for all the tips to get the wax melt off of Dave Dog's ear. Also, thank you to whoever sent me. Someone sent me off my Amazon wish list some more pumpkin spice wax melts, which I need now because the ones I had are all over Dave Dog. But they didn't come with a who sent it. So whoever did, please leave a comment so I can thank you properly. But thank you so much. That's so sweet of you guys. And thank you so much, Sarah, for the super chat. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And like I always say, enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.